Welcome everyone to part 2 out of 5 of the final 5. I'm Mike, and I'm going to be showing some stuff in B3313. We're going to be walking within the Plexus again, wandering around the Plexus again. And I said last video that I was not going to have like a specific focus, and I think it kind of stays that way for this video. However, I do have some things in mind. I will show you some patterns in this game, courtesy of the lobbies, mainly focusing on the 4th floor and focusing on the lobbies, just the hubs, and focusing on areas that are a little bit more obscure when it comes to the lobbies. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. I will also be showcasing how the beta lobbies they work. It will be very short. But I want to start out with an area that is kind of very different from the others. Now, I don't actually know the origin of this area. Toast Lobby, by the way, is the name of it. I don't know the origin of it, but it does bear a slight resemblance to, you know, the 4th floor and a very different layout and everything. But I think this is one of the more original lobbies in the game. A lot of the lobbies in this game are obviously based off of something. And I don't know if this lobby is based off of anything. I think this lobby is original, to be honest. But it does have a resemblance to the 4th floor, where you have branching paths on the left and the right. But that was just the first I wanted to show off. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the beta lobbies. By the way, I don't think I'll consider Crescent Castle to be a lobby. It's not really a lobby. It's just back of the castle, kind of. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So we're gonna start by being outside this door. Now, if you go through the left door, you get put in Beta Lobby A. If you get put through the right door, you get put in Beta Lobby E. I don't know why I said the same thing twice, but that is how it works. So I go through the left door. I can also be put in a third place, which is the C64 lobby. But generally, when you are distinguishing the lobbies, you want to do it by the numbers. So you actually only have to look at this number, but I like doing both of them because that's a bit easier to remember. So 3 and 1, that is Beta Lobby A or Beta Lobby E because they are identical. This is Beta Lobby B, 1 and 2. It's the lobby that has the warp to Plexal upstairs and to the Plexal lobby. It's like a little connector area between those, I guess. Now, I should be warped to either Beta Lobby A or Beta Lobby E here. This is the area that has all the beta levels. The beta levels from the Preservation Project. Either the Shoshinkai or the B-roll versions. That depends on if you're an A or an E. And if you look up, you get put in the star, regardless of it being A or E. And if you go through the trapdoor up here, if you have beaten Bowser, you get put back in Beta Lobby B. 3 and 3 on the door. We are now in Beta Lobby C. Now, Beta Lobby C, what is so special about this? Well, it's one of the lobbies. Well, not one of the lobbies. It is the beta lobby that lets you get to the 4th floor through the door right there. And it also lets you get to another beta lobby. Beta Lobby D. Now, Beta Lobby D has a little bit, it's a little bit special when it comes to its layout, because this beta lobby does not take you to a Womp's Fortress level, or a mountain related level. This is Bob-omb River, this painting right here. The one up here, I believe, is Snowman's Land Beta. So that's not even a Preservation Project related level. And there's nothing inside that room, as far as I remember. That's kind of the same for Beta Lobby C. There's nothing inside here. There's just an empty room with nothing in it. But that was just a short crash course of the beta lobbies. But let's stay on the beta lobbies for a second, because there is one lobby that I really want to show off, and obscurity, so to speak. And we want to go in the Plexal lobby here, which I think is inspired by something. I'm actually not sure. I've always found it as an area that really stuck out from the rest. And it's most likely one of the first uncanny areas that you'll go to. But anyways, we're in the vanilla lobby. We jump through the middle painting. And we get put in the parallel lobby. Now, in the parallel lobby, we want to head left. Immediately head left. Another original creation, by the way, parallel lobby. The music is from a tech demo, if you didn't know that. From a tech demo for the cube. Oh, and if you look up, you have a green star all the way up there. Just wanted to say that. But anyways, we are in the parallel backyard. I think this area has been renamed. I'm still gonna call it the parallel backyard because that is that's how I remember the name. But you go through this door. You get put in. Let's give me a second. Let me just. Oh, we got to present it beautifully. Thank you. Thank you. No time for corruptions. This is the Doodah courtyard. Or the fabricated courtyard. You have a boo here, which takes you to fabricated Big Boo's Haunt. Or Big Boo's Haunt Beta, I think it's been renamed to. You have a well that puts you back in the Plexal lobby, so yeah, don't go in there. And you have a hole over here that puts you in the second version of the checkerboard. I think the area is pretty cool in general, but this is the area I wanted to show off. This is the Doodah lobby, also known as the fabricated beta lobby. It has a lot of levels that are basically early attempts at recreating beta levels. So all of these are fabricated. Waterland fabricated, Mountain fabricated, Snow Slider fabricated, etc. And if you go back here, you have the fabricated castle grounds, which is quite unique in a couple of different ways. It's unique in the fact that you have a level down here. This warp down here takes you to Wet Dry Moat. And it is one of the longest walks to a level that I think exists in this game. But what is kind of special about this area is that it's one of the only areas in the game that sort of... How can I say it? It sort of mirrors how the vanilla game looks. There's no back of the castle here. There's just this area here, and then you can climb up, and I think you can fall through the map geometry as well. Yeah, you can. And you can be inside the wall here if you want to. It's also, interestingly, the only castle grounds that has the Bowser camera for Lakitu. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The area that I really wanted to showcase is this area. This is the corrupted Doodah lobby. Now, what is so interesting about this area? Well, you have the timer that will kill you, but what you also have is you have a warp. So you go down here, then you climb, walk forward, and then you warp. The star will spawn right below. And yeah, the thing you see up there is literally just, it's literally just a coin. I think it used to be a different sprite, but yeah. You have a star here that you can grab. It's a very obscure star that I don't think a lot of people are gonna find it. But anyways, let's get to the main sort of theme of the video here, which is these patterns that are in some of these areas. And I will start out with an area, not Royal Lobby. This area is kind of unique. original creation and everything. No, we are gonna start in Bowser's Castle of all places. And... see, you have it again with the branching sides. But what is even more interesting about this particular area is that you have this area right here. Now, you're gonna see this area a couple of times, the way that this area looks. You're gonna see that a couple of times. With this weird picture at the end, and just generally how this looks. You're gonna see that a couple of times. I think you're gonna see it twice or something. And as far as I know, it's based on the SM64 iceberg on the 4th floor. But let's get to the other areas. So the next area that has the same sort of theme, there are a lot of areas that do this, and we're gonna go over every single one of them, and I'm gonna talk about them. So 4th floor, we have again, you see that? The opening at the end. This is a more faithful one, I would say, from the pictures that I've seen. Greenio reference, by the way, as well. But you have the sort of doors and rooms on the sides. You see? Right there, and right there. And if you wander out here, the music just sort of stops. You have a toad statue, and then you have a balcony. Now, the next area that has this sort of theme is going to be found within... we're actually just going to go to B. Beta Lobby B. Plexal upstairs again. And we are going to be heading to the mirror room. Now, the mirror room is found beside the royal lobby. So you go here with a door that has a 1 on it. And then you literally break it open. And once again, Plexal upstairs. No, not Plexal upstairs. Plexal hallway. Which is an area that you warp to very, very often. If you beat Bowser. Most of the Bowser warps take you here. And once again, you have the carpet with the side branches. You have Grim Green Forest right there, and then you have some other areas that I don't remember. I don't remember the areas out of memory. This is Crescent Castle, I believe. It's actually Crescent Castle. Yeah. This takes you to Crescent Castle. Fun little bonus thing about Plexal Hallway, because I think a lot of people don't know this when they play B3313, but if we head back down to the Plexal lobby, and we head to... we're going here anyway, so I wanted to showcase it off. So you have this area with 4 doors, and you have a light that is extinguished. But if you stand on that light, you get put in the Plexal hallway again. But you get put in the garden area, and then you have a secret star down here. Star down here, which is one of the first stars that I always grab when I do a playthrough of this game. So hence why it has already been grabbed. Now, the next area that we are going to is, like I said, it's found in... Actually, we have a much easier way to get there. Now, here's where I have to remember these 2 warps. I almost died. Here's where I have to remember these 2 warps, because one of these warps will take you somewhere else. Yeah, I went through the wrong warp. I don't remember those warps very well, because I rarely take them. I rarely take them at all. So, going through the opening right there takes you to a scary sewer maze, and this takes you to Genesis Basement. It is another Greenio reference from the video titled Genesis. And how does this relate to the 4th floor? Well, it does in quite an interesting way. That is the wrong way. Whoops. There we go. That's the correct way. Relates to it in quite an interesting way. So you go up here, and then you have a warp that doesn't warp. You just have a hole that does nothing. But yet again, branches on the sides, and you come out of an elevated area that branches downwards. You have the carpet and everything. And you obviously have the outside area here. You have the hedge maze here, which has a pipe right here that will take you to the holy yellow switch palace. I think I did a video on that quite a while ago with the cap switches, which should be updated because there's a lot of misinformation in that video. Well, not misinformation, but there's just a lack of information, which is just another version of misinformation, I suppose. Now, let's go to another area that resembles this, and this will be the last area. For that thing, then I'm gonna be showing you some other cool stuff, some other cool lobbies and such. So the last area will be accessed through... there are 2 ways to access the area. I think we're gonna do it the easy way. I think we're doing it the easy way. So, Beta Lobby B, 1 and 2 on the door. Plexal upstairs. Up the thing we go. Up the thing we go. And up the stairs we go. I have a very interesting idea for the last part of this series, by the way, where I'm gonna utilize one of the stages, but that time will come, okay? We're in underground passageway, and you literally just want to head left. You have a pipe right here. And dear Jesus, oh Lord, we got the Fulbright corruption. So you've reached an incomplete area. Turn off your system now. There's nothing beyond this door here, by the way. But if we turn around, you will see this area, which, without the corruption, looks significantly different. I think we could actually uncorrupt it by corrupting it. You'll see what I mean. But again, branches. Oh, by the way, the name of this area is Final 4th Floor, or 4th Floor Final. It is a Greenio reference to... well, it's from a video. It's actually from the ending of the first season of SM64 Classified. Wow, that toad statue looks interesting with this corruption, but I think we can uncorrupt it. Yeah. And we look up again. Oh, and you get put in the Plexal lobby. I actually forgot that was a thing. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if that gives negative lives, because I forgot that was a thing. But anyways... and my game crashed. Wonderful. That can happen sometimes. That can happen sometimes. That's the first time in one of these videos that the game actually crashes. But yeah, sometimes when you warp, when you take that pipe, when you have save states, or I guess even without having save states, because I had no save states this time, the game can just crash. Anyways, we're going in, and then we're warping. The reason why I'm going in and then warping is because then I can skip this stupid text that comes every time. But, back to the fun part. So, we have a bunch of lobbies that look identical, but with different themes. And I thought I would just go to some of them, and I would show you the differences. And obviously, we have Vanilla Lobby, which is it used to be a direct replica of the vanilla game, but this is obviously not the case here. It is from the E3 build, I believe. 1996 build. However, if we go back here... I hope I'm not wrong about this. I might actually be wrong about this, but... we have the dark lobby, which is one of the replicas of the vanilla lobby. Okay, I am wrong about this. So, yet again, you have the E3 looking area. You have the carpet here. I don't think you have a warp looking up. Nope, you don't. And then you have a way to get to floor 2B. This is 2B right outside, right outside this area right here. Which is a bit more of an obscure area. But anyways, that is not the area that we're gonna be looking at. The next area that I wanted to show off, is another... we have a corruption, I think. Yeah, we have a corruption. We have the Fulbright corruption. I call this one the Fulbright corruption because it just removes every shade and everything is just the same brightness level. I think it's called Twilight as well. Some people call it Twilight. But anyways. Crescent Castle. I've shown off this area a couple of times. But there is yet another area. And this area was a lot more I think this area was a little bit more interesting during 0.7. Because in 0.7, like I said before, in 0.7, the vanilla lobby was a direct replica of the vanilla game. And you could come across this area, which is the fake lobby. It looks kind of identical to the vanilla lobby, albeit the shading is way off. And I yawned, and all the doors are fake, except the top one, which also leads to floor 2B, by the way. Now, if I were to ground pound the sun right here, I would be put in Mario's maze. It is essentially, so it's a replica of Bowser's maze. Kind of looks like Bowser's maze, which is another obscure area. Which I could show off. Now, if you go this way, you will, What is happening? What? How far away is the... oh, he's over there. What happened to the other, oh, I hit a wall. What happened to the other, Mario, like the big Mario? Usually the big Mario goes like across. But this time it like went up. That was so strange. I've never seen that before. But anyways, Mario's maze is... yeah, this area. And it's not an area that will crash your game or anything. It will just kill you. And there is a star at the end. That used to be red in 0.9, but it is, in fact, not red anymore. I cannot stop yawning. Jesus. But that is the areas that sort of resemble the vanilla lobby. I'm trying to think of another lobby that I can show off. I've already shown off Strawberry Lobby, which isn't really that interesting in itself. I guess, okay. Let's show this area off. If I remember how to get to it. Show this area off. So, in Plexal Lobby. Oh, controller's acting up. Wonderful. This leads to... yeah, here we go. This leads to Bowser's Maze. So this was the area that it resembles. Area resembles. We have the warp textures corruption, which is not too bad. Not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. But if I go over here, you'll see that it definitely, Mario's maze definitely resembles that. But we're gonna be heading over here. This is quite an interesting sequence of events. So you get put in Scary Sewer Maze. I guess, you know what, just for fun, I will show you the other way to get there too. Because it's already been shown off before. Don't go into that hole, you're gonna get stuck, and that's not very fun. But when you go through that pipe, you get put on the far side of Scary Sewer Maze. Which in fun terms just means you have to walk quite long, or quite far, to get to the area you want to get to. Okay, not that far. I mean, we're already there. So this is the area that you get warped to. If you do it the other way, I'll show you once we get there. But we have... I am actually going to save state this time because there is a chance that this will crash my game. Either way, it'll game over me if I die. But you have a clone here. You have a shadow figure, and he did indeed crash my game. There are some circumstances where he doesn't crash your game. I think Chris moved the warp. I could be wrong. Oh, he did. Oh, he didn't move the warp. That means I can do something fun. Look at this. Yay! So obviously he's still over there. And yeah, he has a very high probability of crashing your game, but you can get over here. It's just a dark, pitch black version of Scary Sewer Maze, and as far as I know, even still, since the last time I checked this area has absolutely no significance at all. So you go down here, and this is the area where we came from. And then you can fall down here. I just want to check. Oh, I might take fall damage here. Oh, never mind. We're good. So we are now down here. And there isn't really that much you can do here. Oh, you can't even warp back, actually. You can't even warp back. Well, good thing I did the save state then. Now we're gonna do a little fun detour here. So we can do it the fast way, or we can do it the slow way. I think we are gonna do it the slow way, because that way you will learn more about certain areas and how they connect. So through this pipe again, and we did not crash this time. We are back in the vanilla lobby. And I'm sure you've seen this area before. The purple upstairs. That used to have Big Boo's haunt music, by the way, but it was recently changed to the polygonal chaos music. But we are going to be heading all the way upstairs. All the way upstairs. Now, here, we have a warp that takes us to Bowser in the Dark World Shoshinkai. It's pretty useless. And then we have this area, which is Bowser's Hallway. Now, what is interesting about Bowser's Hallway is that, first and foremost, somebody mentioned that there was a fuck texture outside the map. Well, there it is. And you have Bowser's Prison over there. You can kind of just see it there. But we are not heading to Bowser's Prison, if you are wondering. That is not what we are doing. We are trying to head to Scary Sewer Maze a different way. Oh, and speaking of 4th floor, by the way, I think it would be pretty appropriate to go to this area. You've seen this. You've seen this with booze on the side from the dark lobby, but another 4th floor looking area. This area is called Bowser's Floor. It is characterized by the big peach with no access, and it is very, very close to the endgame area. Spoiler alert. But we are going to be jumping into this little chasm ravine here, which takes us to Peaceful Sewer Maze. And it is basically just a little swimming sequence here. It bears a resemblance to Scary Sewer Maze, but not quite. I don't actually know if they have the same layout. I'm not fully sure. I just remember that this area has a really, really weird rendering glitch somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but it is definitely there. Now, we're learning together here because I don't remember how to navigate Peaceful Sewer Maze whatsoever. So we're gonna learn that together. We're gonna find the place eventually. It's pretty hard to miss. But this area is definitely more of a maze than Scary Sewer Maze. I feel like the Scary Sewer Maze is kind of just you walk in a straight line and then you go to the jump scare. But there is a bit of a resemblance, as you can tell here. So you have this outside area. And I don't know what's over here. There's a wall. Now, we have this area, which looks very reminiscent of where you warp to. Yeah, you warp to when you, well, you'll see. So, this area right here. And these pools don't really do anything. They're just here. And then you have the "it hurts" text, which wasn't there in 0.7. And then you have the texture warping here. I'm surprised that there's no seizure warning sign in this area when it's there in a lot of other areas. Anyways, you go up here. And you get warped right outside the jump scare. So I go forward and yet again we have the clone. No, you crashed my game. Anyways, that was kind of it for this video. It might not have been as exciting as the others. It's a very I guess kind of a bland topic. That we're just looking at lobbies and one certain aspect of the game. I guess I could have shown 4th floor beta as well, but I think I've already shown that, so I didn't really want to show that again. But I don't know what the next video is going to be about. That I will have to find out. But I will say, thank you everyone for watching. And I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed the little video where I showcase a couple of things. And I will see everyone in the next one. Take care, everyone.